Hello, everyone. My name is Vitor. I'm not sure if you all are like already inside of our like Discord, participating on the community, or if you guys reached out in this workshop because of our Instagram publicities. I know that I sent on some 3D groups also. There is the people from 2050 that I believe that there are some people in here from this group. So first of all, I just want to thank you all for separating this time and getting together with us here. We are launching Anitya now. Um, Wait, let me just. Okay. We are launching Anitya now, and we are building Anitya because, like, we want to create a tool that facilitates people that are creators, that are designers, and also facilitates companies, facilitate schools, teachers, and other institutions that wants to build immersive experiences, but not necessarily has the knowledge or the technical requirements to build it, because now to build an immersive experience it's usually kind of hard. You need to know coding, you need to know a lot of stuff on 3D, and we are creating a niche because we want exactly like something different from that. We want to be an easy product for people who wants to intuitively build their own immersive experiences. So like this is the workshop how to get started with Anitya, and we're gonna be doing this step by step workshop to build an immersive experience inside of our tool. So if you guys wanna open Anitya on another tab, like, and follow the workshop while building your own stuff, feel free to do it. If you guys want to like just watch the workshop, it's going to be recorded, so you can come back to it and like start like and follow the recorded version and build your own experience also. Although I would like to see everyone like trying to use the tool together, and we're gonna open for questions, and I would like to see like what you all are thinking. And okay, I will continue like about the workshop. In this workshop, we're going to create an use case scenario for a niche from the beginning to the end. So we're gonna understand the approach for this kind of 3D immersive project from the beginning, from the storytelling, from the researches, until like building, making the blockouts, and then detailing and putting the interactions, and making it like a ready project. So if we're gonna divide ourselves in 4 days, 1 hour each day, every Friday, and if you guys follow it, I'm pretty sure that by the end of those 4 days, we're gonna have like you are gonna have the perfect pipeline to build anything that you want inside of Anitya, with a very good storytelling and timeline. And I hope that this workshop really helps you to be independent inside of Anitya, build your own projects, and do your own stuff, and share with us with our community. We now that you guys are here in our Discord, if it's your first time, we have a very active community that we really wanna to be always like to have movement in there every time. So I am going to build a 3D experience with you guys that presents the process of word building, of examples, with examples, references, and interactions. What do I mean by that? The word that I am going to build while guiding you all on this workshop is going to be basically putting this PowerPoint inside of a 3D word, because I'm gonna jump to the fourth step that no, I'm gonna like, just continue. Like by the end of this tour, our goal is to provide you the knowledge and tools that makes word building easy with Anitya. So Feel free to ask the doubts that comes to your minds. Feel free to reach out to us. Like if you are watching this video after it's recorded, I'm here at the community channel, and you can reach out to me. Also, like we would love to receive things on the channel, but if you wanna like share a private project, feel free also to come to me, and like I'm very available to talk because we really want to give usage to our tool. And feel free to create your own storytelling and idea. You can focus on the technical part of the workshop and share your project with us during the process. Why I say that? Because I have a presetted guideline of what I want to build with you guys to show the tools. But this doesn't mean that you guys need to copy exactly what I'm doing. What I'm going to do is to focus on the education theme. So I'm going to build a 3D world that shows to teachers, schools, and education institutions the step by step to word build since the from the beginning, from like researching and until like explaining the different types of navigation, different types of level design, and by the end explaining where do we find our 3Ds and how do we make the block out and the final project. And this is gonna be my storytelling, and is gonna be like this 3D presentation. And we thought about it because like we really want to reach out to those people. We really want to reach out to teachers, to students, to and I think it's nice when you see the process, like when you show to someone the process, and already inside of a 3D world, like you're not showing like only a presentation. Like it's not like I'm going with a 2D presentation. No, we're gonna send a link that has already the 3D configurations for them to understand the process from the beginning until the end. And this work is not done. I'm gonna build with you guys. Like every week, I'm gonna present the new things that I built and how I did it. So it's gonna be a process for me and for you guys. And it's the first time that I do it. So also jump in and cut me off if you think that there is something that we can try to do differently or follow a different path. Like for real, guys, you're free here to speech to do whatever. Like pass. I'm not seeing the Discord, so if someone asks to speech, maybe you can do this management or asking on the chat, and like you maybe you pass feel free to like jump in every time you want and on the stage and talk. The process overview of word building. Like there are a lot of subcategories on word building. Of course, there are like a lot of steps, but we tried to facilitate here and separating two steps that like they walk together. But I think like to easily explain to you guys, it was better to separate it like that. We have the research and storytelling creation, which is more about the ideation part, like understanding the audience, the purpose of the project, understanding who are you selling to, understanding who do you want to get inside of your word, and what do you want people to do there, like create the storytelling, providing a context, think about the interactions, the number of interactions, how many interactions do we want to have in there, how are you going to dispose it, and the main message behind your experience. Like it can be like a training session, it can be like an industrial stuff, or it can be an education game for children or for grown-ups, for universities. Like everything has a message behind by the end of the experience, because it's also art, what we're doing here. So like it works together like by the end. And define if it's a linear story, or this is already a little bit of game design, because like if when you design when you define if it's a linear story or if the user has freedom to choose the order of the events, it's just to think that like immersive experiences, it's just like somehow it's different, but somehow it's pretty much like music or movies, that you have this chronology of events that is happening, But the different thing is that you cannot control necessarily these events. Like you can define if people have to like trigger one thing before another happening, and then you have this linear events happening, or you can put all the interactions inside of the word and provide freedom to the user to walk around and do whatever they want to. So like it's different, but also like there is this kind of chronology that we can think on when we build it. And on the game design part, we can like define the type of navigation, level design, if it is gonna be an open world. I don't know, everyone already played GTA na vida. So like open worlds like that, you can walk around, you can enter different spaces, you can do whatever you want. This is a huge environment. Like or if it is like a linear world that you have a very straightforward path that you need to follow, or if you have like a hub world, which it is like when you have different rooms that you join and then something happens inside of this room, and then you can change from room if you want to. And also on the game design part is where we place the storytelling contents like the media, the 3D assets, the NPCs, and the characters, and then we spread it around the space. We place it around the space, and then we understand how the navigation and the gamification are working inside of the 3D scenario, and defining the theme, the art style, because there are tons of 3D art styles that we can use to word build, and the building methods. And I'm gonna walk through what we're gonna do on each day of this workshop. On the day one, we are gonna learn how to navigate on each year, the like the basic movements, the basic layout, like on each layout menus, and also how to upload our contents. Like usually I would start from like thinking the main space first and then bringing the contents. But like how we are here on a workshop with a lot of people, I would rather start teaching how to upload different contents, images, 3D objects, videos, audios, and then the approach that we're gonna make is we're gonna learn how to upload and how to organize it. This is the first day, uploading and organizing it, and then we're gonna create this group of contents, and that we are going to use on the next gamification processes. So like on the day one, how to navigate, upload contents, and understanding the elements panel. And by elements panel, I'm going to show Anitya here, like very fast. The elements panel is this panel in here, is where your layers are disposed, is where everything that you have inside of the word is disposed, like in here. And then there are lots of ways to organizing it, to renaming it, and there are like some tips that I will give you guys that will facilitate the process in the future to build like instead of grabbing each object and moving where you wanna be placed, you can like group everything, and then you can hide everything, or you can animate everything together and whatever. We're gonna come back to it with more calm in a few minutes. And this is day one, like uploading and organizing and understanding the platform. The day two, we're gonna skip a top-down view map like this one in here, and we can use Miro to do it, like Miro board that you can draw, or there are some other drawing tools, free drawing tools that I'm going to present next Friday here for us to sketch this full map. And then what we're gonna do is a very nice thing. We're gonna take this image and we're gonna project this image on the floor inside of Anitya. Then when we jump in and when we start like hanging out and playing the world, we are already gonna see the top-down view on the floor and already understand where can we place the contents that we organized on the day one. Also on the day two, I'm going to provide you guys some blocks, some primitive assets for us to create this block out of the world. This isn't the final 3D assets. Those are just like for us to understand the size of the things that we are doing. Like, okay, maybe this stair is too big, maybe this building is too big, maybe I want like to have an obstacle here on this on the middle of this part. And by the end, we're gonna start uploading the final 3D meshes. And then we're gonna take a look at 3D softwares like Blender, Luma AI, Sketchfab, 3D Warehouse, and I'm gonna also like we are building a web-based project, so this isn't like a game engine that you can upload an asset with 1 GB and it's gonna run smoothly for everyone. No, we have our limitations on the file size, on the amount of triangles, the size of textures, and I'm gonna be like explaining all that and how to avoid those heavy files, or how to treat heavy files and make them becoming light files for us to work with. So on the day three, we're gonna be talking basically like mainly about the 3D part, like preparing and uploading the 3D meshes of our project. And on the last day, we're gonna focus on the polishments, like the detailing of the 3D, using like detailing assets, illumination of the scene. We're gonna run through all the light components that Anitya has. We're gonna play some environment audios, because also like spatial audio is very important for like real immersion, because you can like build a real immersion with only audios if you want. Like black space and only audios, it's already like super sweet if you are on the VR or on the web, like super sweet. And by the end, we're gonna polish the interactions, test, and run the project. I know that maybe on the day one, like today, we're gonna feel anxious to already see our project like done, but I would like you guys to trust the process. Like my project is not done; it's on the first part. The project that I'm going to show is on this element panel organization and content distribution. So I would like you guys to trust the process, because on the day four we are all gonna have like this word that has meaning, that has like something like real something to do, that has a research on it, that has like a very nice 3Ds that we can get it from like lots of places, and a link to share together. We can even make a day five if you guys want, where we can like share a link to to me, and I can join everyone else's word and share to everyone how the projects are. And that's it. That this is gonna be our workshop. There's a plane passing by here, too noisy. Okay, I'm gonna come back to day one. It's where we are now, and then I'm gonna open Anitya now. I'm just gonna stop like 1 minute to see if you guys have like questions about the process. Uh, do we have anyone wants to raise hands? We're fine. Okay, I think that we're fine. I will continue here. So I'm gonna show Anitya, but I'm gonna show from the beginning. Like, let me refresh here. I think I need to log out. Yeah, because I'm already. Okay. So if you are new at Anitya, I'm gonna send the link here at our chat. Okay. So everyone can open the link that is inside of our chat. If you're new at Anitya, you need to create your account. And you can come here to, this is the first thing that you're gonna see, the welcome page. If you already have an account, you just need to put your email and password, remember me and logging in. But if you don't have it, if it is your first time, you need to come here and create your own account. You can put your email, you can put your password, and then you can come back to the login page. and login. Okay, so this is my login, and I'm gonna enter on the app. If someone's not following, please raise hands, and pass will help you out. Okay, and this is our lobby. In here, you can see the words that you own. Like this account has a lot of words because those are the templates that we build for you guys to have like featured words. And by featured words, those are like spaces that you guys can enter and see Anitya's capabilities. So when you log in for the first time, you're gonna see that you have access to those featured words, and then you can see some use cases, some scenarios where Anitya can help you out or like provide you some ideas to build your own project. Like in here, you have some examples of how Anitya works, of final projects. And if you come here to this tab, up in here, the word builder tab, you can see that those words that are featured, they are also templates. And you're gonna see this duplicate button in here, and then you can duplicate it on your own account and see how the project is made, see how the project works. This is very nice. But like walking through the app in here, you have the discover lobby page that I was just showing. You have the word builder where you can see the templates and starts new project. On the avatar, you can select an avatar out of those to use. This is gonna be your default avatar. And on the preferences, you can change the graphics quality. I like if you want to see real-time shadows or like good textures, like very good textures, I would suggest you to use the high graphic quality in here. But if you don't have a very nice computer, you don't need a very nice computer actually to render the high quality graphics. But if you are with us here with a very low end computer, then I would suggest you to use medium or low graphic quality. You can change the screen resolution and also make adjustments on the UI scale. There are people that prefer to see the buttons like very small, and some people prefer to have more of this big layout. In here, you have the account where you can say how you want to be called. This templates account it's shared with other people, although I put in here my own name, occupation, where I'm from, Salve Niterói, and birth here. Okay, so let's jump to the word builder. What you guys are gonna do, you guys are gonna click here on new project. And this is where I'm gonna start building. I'm gonna open this project here, but you guys open the new project. This is basically clean. I'm gonna show you. This is a project that the project that I've been working on, and just need to wait it for it to load it all. And I'm going to hide the elements that I have in here so you guys can see how it is like a new project on Anitya. Like when you enter Anitya, you're gonna see three things: the starting point, the floor, and the skybox. The skybox is gonna be set by default, like a default sky that we have. I'm gonna show you guys how to change it in a while. Like, why do we have those three elements in here? Because with those three elements, you can already save and jump in. You can already uh, launch your word and walk around. If you don't have like the floor with a collision on it, you're gonna launch the world and you're gonna fall forever and keep respawning and respawning. The starting point is where your avatar like spawns, borns inside of the world. Like you can set up like where the experience starts for the user. And the skybox, it's this visual sky around the space, but it also works on the illumination part because it is like an image with this emission, and depending on the rotation and on the energy, it's gonna change the illumination of your scene. So already to show you guys how to set up the skybox, probably you guys will be seeing like that, the default skybox. And to change it, you just need to click on here on the image box, and then you can, like in here we have a lots of images that are uploaded from this account, but you guys are gonna see only skybox's images, I imagine. And then you can change select one of those to be your sky. I will select the sunrise one, and it's just dragging from here and dropping inside of the image box. Okay, yeah. So now you can already like change for a more like beautiful environment for us to start working. Okay, Anitya is divided mainly on those three tabs. You can hide it or open it using the numbers one on the keyboard. One, you can hide or open the elements panel. Two, you can hide or open the inventory. And three, you can hide or open the properties panel. And like giving a fast explanation on what are each of those panels. The inventory is like where everything that you upload, and also the native assets from Anitya, because we have like some native assets here that we provide for you guys to start already building something. They are all in here, like objects, images, videos, and sounds. Also our smart elements. The smart elements are like our components, the gamification components, but also like more basic components like image, like video, like the like if you drag an image in here, for example, you're gonna have this image component that you just need to select an image from the inventory. But you can also just drag and drop directly from the inventory, and then you're gonna see a 2D image. Yeah, like that. So the inventory is this area where you have all the assets that are on the cloud, if you upload it or if we already put it in there, or if it is a native asset. And I'm gonna actually bring an object just to show you guys the properties panel. I'm gonna bring this rock here. The properties panel, which is on the right side, is where you can see the setup of the selected element. So I'm selecting the rock. I can see the properties of the rock. If I select the skybox, I will see the properties of the skybox. And each of those elements, each of those components, they have their own properties, their own configurations. For the 3D objects, for example, you can enable the collision. You can say if you're gonna use the original collision. Like, let me show you here how this works. If I click on show collision, I can see here. I don't know if on the screen sharing is is good to see, but you can see like the wireframe of the collision. You can use the original one. You can use an optimized one. You can use a simple one. You see that the simple one is even more optimized, less triangles, and you can use a box one, which creates like this box around the object. And why I'm showing you guys that, because we're gonna start bringing our own 3D files. We're going to start like organizing the files that we want to use, and it's important to understand like that for them to work as a collidable mesh, you need to set up this and to select which collision you want to, understanding that the more complex, more heavy on the performance side. Although this is like very, very light. I'm gonna 000 everything here for you guys to see. And the logic around our tool is I can say that is this entity logic, and I'm gonna explain what those entities are. Like this rock is an entity with a mesh component inside of it. An entity is just like I'm gonna create a new one. If you right click in here on the elements panel, you can create a new one. It is just like this space with the transform information, like the position, rotation, and scale, and you can put components inside of this entity. So like this is a free one. This is like an empty entity, and I can come here and add a component if I want to. So like some of those components, they are already in here, so you don't need to create an entity and add like a mesh component, because you already have the meshes in here and you can already like bring it from here. But imagine that you want to group things, that you want to create groups of elements, and that you want those groups to be all aligned into one entity. So like I'm going to create my groups of rocks. Okay, and I'm going to drag and drop this rock inside this entity. Okay, so now I have my rock in here and I can change it like only this one, but I also have my group in here that I can change it from here, from the entity group. And I imagine that I want to duplicate it. I want to duplicate it. Just right clicking. Every time you right click an object, you have this drop down menu on what to do with it. And now I want to change the position of my rocks. And I want to change the whole group of rocks. Uh, why I'm showing you that? Because this is the way that we're going to do this content creation in here. But I forgot that it, maybe it's your first time using and you don't know the basic navigation. It's because I'm very like or I'm already using for a long time. So there are things that maybe you guys need to know first. Like if you scroll in or out, you can zoom in or out. If you right click on your mouse, right click, no, I'm sorry, if you click on the middle button of your mouse, you can rotate around where you are. I'm having troubles with my middle button, but it is basically like that. You can rotate around the object that you're seeing. And if you click on the right button and press it down, you enter the fly mode. And what the fly mode is, you can fly around with WASD, that are like the same when you walk around on games, but you can like fly over your experience, and this makes everything much easier to edit. And then with Q and E, you can go up and down like that. WASD to fly around, pressing the right button of the mouse, and Q and E to do that, to do like up and down movements. So okay, now let me show you, and you can press ESC to stop, like to show the cursor again and keep editing. So let me, I think yeah, I think the program kind of, Conradinho, are you seeing this? Oh no, it's back again. Okay. So I'm gonna delete my group of rocks, and I'm gonna show you guys how to upload assets. Like in here, um, continuing the pipeline that I was following on the beginning, like my storytelling is gonna be to create this kind of presentation inside of a 3D environment for teachers, schools, educational institutions to be able to work on, to see how the process is inside of already inside of a 3D environment, not inside of a presentation. So I'm gonna start bringing some images because I want to create like these visual information of different target groups that you can use when you are building a metaverse. So like first thing that I'm gonna do is to create an entity in here, right clicking, creating an entity. I'm going to 000 everything on the position, and then I'm going to come here on the upload asset, and I have in here like this image in here. So for images, we work with PNGs. For 3Ds, we work with GLBs. I'm gonna write it down here on Discord. GLB, PNG, uh, MP3 for audios, and OGV videos. I haven't been able to find, at least not yet, a list of keyboard shortcuts for manipulating Anitya's tools. Is there by any chance a list of these shortcuts? We have. I can send it to you guys in a while because I need to find it. But like no, I think that I would like run through the shortcuts, like, but I think it's better to send it to you guys. Conrado, I think we can you. I think we have this list Felipe sent me a while ago. Could one of you put it down on like the ones that we have working now on an image and send it in here for everyone? Maybe I think it will be easier, and then I can continue working here on the workshop. Okay, so to upload an asset, you need to have your inventory opened. You can click here on upload asset, and then here are the supported files. GLB for 3D assets, PNG images, OGV videos, MP3 audios. And then I'm gonna bring this spot image just as a reference. The image that I'm going to use I already uploaded, and then I'm gonna upload here. If I click on the uploading, I can see the name of my object. I can put like a subcategory for images. We only have like skybox subcategory, which is like those seamless images for the sky, and we can see the file size. And if we want to rename, we can do it like spotlight image, just clicking in here. And if you want to delete it from the server, we can also do it. And my image is going to be in here. Like if I open my inventory and I select only my images, I will have my here in here my spotlight image. But now I want to focus on those use case scenarios for education, for VR brand activation, and stuff like that. So I already have my images in here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna, let's say that this group of files that I will create now is gonna be about the audience. You guys can see that I already made it before, but I'm gonna do it from the beginning here. Audience and purpose of the metaverse, of this metaverse. And then I'm gonna create a new entity because I want a new group inside of this group. And this is gonna be brand activation. It is a purpose that people use VR and metaverse. And then I have my image here from brand activation, and inside of this brand activation group, I'm gonna bring my image. So brand image. Okay, I have in here my brand activation. I can change now the size of it. Let me change my starting point. And why am I doing this like that? Because I want to create modular things that I can easily edit after that. This is a good way to displace contents. So imagine that you have like NPCs, characters that will be talking, that will be like um, interacting to people, and then you don't want to like, if you move it from the position, you don't want to like move the character and then the audio and then the trigger that is triggering the audio. You create this group NPCs, and then you create I don't know, NPC 1, and then inside of the group you already place the audio, the trigger, and then if you want to move it from a place to another, you already have everything grouped. So I'm gonna add the text component, is one of Anitya's component here. I'm gonna add it in here because it's gonna be my subtitle, like a legend, and I'm gonna legend. This is very Brazilian language, legenda, né? I'm gonna put here brand activation. I'm gonna increase the size a little bit. And on the text component, how you can see on the properties, you can change the font, you can change the size of the text, the color, the opacity. You can put like stroke on it, the alignment. But this is good for me, brand activation, the brand image. And actually, I want to create, I want to put a text mesh, which is a 3D text, to be the title of those contents that I'm bringing. So inside of audience and purpose, I'm going to create a title, and it is a 3D mesh. And if I write it down here, audience and purpose, I can increase the size in there, and in here I can change the extrusion also, how much it's gonna be extruded. Okay, so now if I wanna create another another section like that, I actually don't need to do everything again. I can duplicate my group here, and now this one is gonna be education. I can move it from here into here. I can change in here, education. If you align it on the left, and then every time I change. And on the image, I don't even need to like bring the image all over again and putting the right size and everything. I can just come here, search for my education VR, which is in here, and I can drag and drop inside of the image box in here. And it's going to respect the size, the position, the rotation without me needing to set up everything again. I already did it. I did it not only with images, but I did it also with 3D files. You can see here like audience and purpose. I have events, education on my pre-made scene. You can see that like everything has the subtitle, the frame, and the image inside of a group. So if I need to move, when I put when I bring my sketch of my space in here, like the top down view, this sketch in here, I can just bring the group of things that I want and place wherever I want. Like in here, I'm gonna show you guys like different 3D art styles that Anitya can provide. Okay. This is like different types of navigation and level design, and how I'm building this word for teachers and students, I already like on the description of the different types of navigation level design. I already provided some examples for them to visualize how can they build their own with their own storytelling, but already having some examples. I want to put an audio together with it. We're gonna getting there, also putting animations and stuff like that. So maybe for today, I can like open for questions, and then I can like stay here also online on our general chat to answer for questions if you guys are going to continue using it. And the idea, what I think would be nice for you guys, is to think on a storytelling, start thinking on this use case scenario that you guys want to build, and start like uploading your own contents and creating those groups of contents like I did here. Because when you have this to start like word building, it's going to be much easier. We're going to create the top down view. We're going to place it on the ground, project the top down view on the ground, and then we're going to place our group of medias that we have, the contents, where we want the interactions to be. And by the end, not by the end, on the middle, like already on the day two, we are starting to have our block out view. And by the end, now like for real, by the end, we're gonna bring like final 3D files, and I'm gonna show you guys Sketchpad to find 3D files. I'm gonna show you guys Luma AI is also a place for you guys to find 3D files, 3D warehouse, and it's connected to SketchUp. So if you come from architecture, maybe on 3D warehouse, you're gonna find much more files that are into the things that you like to. And by the like another one here is 11 Labs. This is a AI voice creator. So like if I need to create an NPC that talks to someone, I usually put the text in here, generate the speech, and use this audio to be the speech of this NPC. So I'm just gonna very quickly download and upload a low poly model here, any low poly model, just to show how it is. We have this motorhome. I don't know. It seems fine. 5 MB, not too much. Although like 43K triangles is a bit like heavy for web projects. Like let's aim on 20K, 25K maximum for like an asset, and try to have it like lots of assets that are even way less complex than this one. So I downloaded here my motorhome. I'm going to upload it. You can search it on the downloads, the motorhome. It's uploading here already. Uploaded. I'm going to motor rename it, and I'm gonna put on the category miscellaneous, and then I'm gonna come here into objects. Um, I'm gonna it's already in here, but I'm gonna show that if I come to the right group, I'm gonna find it, and then I'm gonna drag and drop. Yeah, and here it is, looking great actually. And this is just for you guys to see that it's very easy to go on those 3D resources here. I'm gonna like when we come to the 3D part, I'm gonna come here and we're gonna like take a very good look at those 3D resources. But it's very easy to find 3D files there or to upload your own 3D files in here, and then start making your contents and start making your word building easier. And next day, on the next Friday, sorry, we're gonna start like real world building. I'm gonna have all my contents already in here. If you guys wanna also prepare your contents for us to be on the same place on the day two. It's nice. Like feel free to come here and ask me things over the week also. I'm gonna make a pause now and take a look at Discord. It's the first time that I'm doing this kind of workshop, so I'm sorry if I didn't talk about something or if I moved too fast. Please give me feedbacks. Then on the next class, I can improve also my workshop dynamic because I really want you guys to understand it and to see that this tool is here to facilitate your lives. Actually, this tool is here to like make us able to create stuff with no coding needed. Like it's going to be very nice when we come to move, rotate, scale component, show height component, animation player, and then like particle system. We're gonna get there on the last day polishing. We're gonna get to those detailing parts and on of the gamification too. So yeah, how I said, maybe on the day one, it's not like looking like wow, world building everything in there, but this is the process. Trust the process. On the day four, I'm pretty sure that we are all gonna have a very compelling word to show to everyone. I'm gonna stop here. That's it, Raf. It's time to play. Use this week to like use the most that you can of the tool, and that's it. Bye bye. Thank you.